This is that one generic guy, and my name is Grinder840, and I am going to be playing Hunt Showdown tonight. Although I expect to die quite a bit, let's hunt together. So, if I remember correctly, it's been a few minutes since I last played this game, so I might be brain farting a little bit on what I have available to me. Ah, yes, I picked this gun off of someone, I believe, if I remember correctly. And it's probably best that I don't use her, considering I'm probably going to be playing solo. Unless someone wishes to join me, I guess. Or I guess I could also play multiplayer. But that would definitely be not easy. Okay. Let's see. I believe that is about as good as I'm going to be able to get. So, one more moment. Hmm. Well, oh well. Time to get started. And regret my life choices at the same time. If I do not play very well, I am sorry. This is a little bit of a longer loading time, but that's okay. And that is incredibly bad frameage. Why is the frame so bad? Huh. That is not good. Why is the frames doing that? Okay, 1 second. Let me try to see about... Why the heck is it... okay, so when I tab out of the game, it works great. But as soon as I tab into it, it works like crap. One second. Why is it doing this? Well, I might as well see how quickly I can get myself killed. Glad he didn't notice me. One second. I almost don't care if I die here. One second. This absolutely has to be... Why is it this bad? The thing about this game is that you want to be able to hear. Because I know that there's a guy kind of over that way. It's just over yonder. Another thing about this game is that if you die, it's permadeath for your character, unless you have an ally that can resurrect you with, well, technically you can resurrect however many times you have health bars. Unless you run out of health bars. But you can still be resurrected if your ally has a... Well, the contract. In this game, you have to be willing to be supremely patient. I will say that, if you want a chance to get something. That person made a death sound, but I don't think he was the only person around. Either this person's going to get his buddy up, or he's going to let his buddy just burn out. Which is another way you can actually get rid of health bars. Burn their bodies. Another person died. Whenever you hear someone scream and like ah or something, and then they make a second like grunt, that means that they died. Usually. But usually when someone is gotten up, they don't necessarily make a sound, but you can definitely notice if they've gotten up by either movement or something else. I see he's not getting his buddy up. Either that or his partner died. Or maybe he's a solo like me. I think his buddy finished burning out. You can hear him. Two of them, I think. And they've gotten real quiet. You will always want to be in as much shrubbery as possible. Always try to be close to trees or some sort of cover, whether it be foliage cover or hard cover. Soft cover can be shot through, but usually you can't see directly where they are. Most of the time, wood planks like those houses and walls, you can shoot through, except for metal. You'd have to have armor-piercing bullets if you want to go through metal. These guys are super freaking patient. One second. I'm gonna see if I could kind of fix the frame rate issue right now. Why is it doing this? That is still a terrible one. Another moment. I mean, it's slightly better, but not to my standards. I want it running smoothly if possible. Why is it doing this? Why is it so bad? Why is this guy just randomly shooting? Oh, okay. Finally, it is smoother. Smoother. Great. Now it's choppy. Why does it go okay and then go crap? Oh, wait. Yeah, I thought so. So, you know the big thumping sound you were hearing earlier? That was the butcher. That is very similar to what the butcher looks like and how he acts. That's called, I'm actually brain farting what it's called right now. I hear 2 sets of footsteps. Crap, this is where a silenced weapon would actually be decent, because they'd have a much harder time telling where you are. Sounds like one of them's like right around here. Maybe a little closer though. Unless they're just grunts, in which case that would suck. I'm probably gonna have to do is I'm gonna try to set up a trap at the boat. I'm hopefully out of his range, but he might try to check at the boat. Or, wherever this is. The carriage. So you see those lightning strikes? That's how you can tell where someone is if you look through the darkness. It doesn't necessarily give you 100% precise location, just really, really close to it. see when here on this map, you can also see where they are. Looks like he didn't. Oh, looks like he is taking a very, very long way around. If he's even left. Okay, yeah, he left. He probably knows I'm here. By the way, when you have the bounty, your dark sight gets a little extra thing where it allows you to see any players that are close by. And I'm going the wrong way. But, so the lightning strikes, you get to see them at all times if you use dark sight or look at your map. But they can see really close to your exact location. They didn't drop anything. Darn. So you see how my hands are glowing? That's exactly how you would see other hunters. Yep, he's going for the other extraction point, considering that he probably knew where I was. By the way, you see how it's his extraction, and how I also said that earlier? The thing is that if another enemy player goes within range of it, it'll actually prevent you from extracting, and whatever you're next to, whether it's horses or if you are at a boat, it will they will make sounds that'll tell you that there is other players nearby. Why is it doing this? Meatheads, that's what they were called. By the way, meatheads have a decent chance of dropping a whatchamacallit perk. And if they drop a perk, it's something that you get permanently for your hunter. But you only have so many perk slots. And yes, you may have a good amount, but just look through all the perks that we have available. Doctor is actually a really, really good one to have. Fanning is better if you're going to be using pistol a lot. Quartermaster if you want a large and medium weapon. Pitcher is okay. Don't get me wrong, it definitely has uses, but it's literally meant for you to just throw stuff, and which would mean that it would have to be a consumable, or you could also pick up lanterns off ground. But If you do that, you cannot use your weapon while you are holding that. Basically, every single time you have a throwable, the only real, I'd say the best reason why you should have this is if you're playing with either a friend or a partner and someone decided to light their body up. Pitcher is good if you have choke bombs so that you can choke up their body so that it's no longer on fire. Vigor is if you're in dark side a lot. Well, in dark side, double the rate at which your health and stamina regenerate. Ghoul, killing grunts at close range restores a small amount of health. That's pretty useful if you are more like a melee build or, well, close quarter build. Here, let me start from the top. Adrenaline is basically you regenerate stamina while your health is really, really low. Thrown explosives can be defuse. You could just sort of read the description. Remain in scope view after firing a shot. Decoy supply, you can restock decoys from ammo crates. Reduces damage from falling. Receive a magpie. Receive a short effect similar to that of either an antidote shot, which prevents you from getting poisoned. And what poison does is that it prevents you from regenerating or have your health your health replenishers from replenishing your health, like first aid kit that would heal you up, and so would a small health shot and whatnot. Stamina is basically infinite stamina, which means that you can always run at the fastest speed. You can always use melee weapons to their full strength and speed. And regeneration is that what happens is that each of your health bars, as long as the entire bar isn't depleted, will gradually regenerate over time, over a short period of time, until the said health bar is replenished. So, here, let me show you. Roster. Nope. These red tabs are the health bar. So you always have a large one in the beginning, and then it's a random assortment for the others. You have 150 health in total. Each of the big bars is 50 health. The small bars are 25. So let's say, oh, hey, look, my small health bar was taken out completely, but my medium health bar was only partially taken down. My health over time would regenerate up to the end of this health bar as long as there's still health in this health bar. And it does it at a fairly decent rate. Not the fastest, but it's not bad. The thing is that with regeneration, you regenerate at a slightly slower rate, but instead, you will continue to regenerate until you are at your character's full health. But there is an exception, so the thing is that if you basically your character goes down, as in your character kind of died, or as I said, your character's down, but you have an ally, they can revive you, but at the cost of you losing one of your last health bar, going all the way up the line up to your first health bar. You will always start with a 50, as I said. But if you die as many times as you have health bars, then basically you're dead, unless your partner has a contract bounty. If they have that, they can revive you infinitely. As in, they would never have to stop reviving you. I mean, you would still want to be careful, of course, because if he's reviving you and your body's either out in the open or is in front of an opening, there's a chance that they may end up getting shot too, in which case it would put you both down. But if that doesn't happen, then basically you're just one of those shooting galleries where they could just shoot you over and over again unless they decide to start getting smart. One moment. I really want to figure out why this is happening. By the way, what I was doing when I was in that one area for a long period of time is not the smartest thing to do. I was trying to figure out what was going on with my frame rate for you guys, but that wasn't working too well. So you always kind of want to be on the move while still staying out of sight, or, you know, just in cover as much as possible, especially if you know someone's around. I really want to know why it has such a hard time rendering the game in properly when I'm trying to do stuff for you, or make have a stream going on. So these first bounty extractions are good, but that means that once you've extracted the ones with that character for the day, that character loses that bonus that you could have gotten. So depending on how well you play in a round, yeah. This is a silenced weapon. Oh, actually, this is pretty good considering. Let's see. Carry tools. Okay, that's good. Here's fall damage. That's decent. There are definitely several places where you can take fall damage, but they're mostly if you're on top of buildings. Okay, that's a good perk. Okay, so these two perks go very well in a pair. And Hornskin it's pretty good. But that's basically it. Only really helps you from either grunts or if a player you're going up against is deciding to try to knuckle dust you. But if they headshot you, pretty much everything will one-shot headshot you. Like, there is nothing in this game that will not one-shot headshot you. But the good thing is that only players can one-shot headshot you. So, I mean, yeah. Let's see. And by the way, I've been playing for a while, and someone told me, and I honestly agree, that the way that this health bar is set up is one of the best ways to have it. Because if you get hurt from like fall damage, which as I said, usually it's pretty limited, but if you do somehow get hurt by fall damage, usually the big bar can take it and you'd still be able to regenerate fully from it. In most cases. But having two small health bars in the middle makes it so that if you go down multiple times, that you still have more than 2 downs in you and then you're out. If I do him, he has some great stuff. But the thing is that he is on the expensive side, and he's like literally a quarter of what my hunt dollars are at currently. Sparks is probably one of the best single shot weapons in the game, because it basically, if you hit them anywhere that isn't the head, they only take 1 hit point of damage and they're done for, unless they get a chance to regenerate or heal. But it is honestly the only real disadvantage is the fact that it's a one shot, but it has a fairly quick reload, and considering that this is silenced, as long as you're within 150-ish meters, you'll always do max damage. If you are beyond the effective range, then damage drop off happens. I'm gonna get this guy because why not? Okay, so the thing is that with this Frontiersman, carry tools can be used 1 extra time. That's actually really nice because since tools can be used 1 extra time, that means first aid kits could be used an extra time, or anything that goes into these, your primarily tools and equipment. These can usually be used usually at least twice, but with this perk, you can use them 1 more time. So instead of 3 heals, I get 4 heals. Instead of 2 choke bombs, I get 3. Instead of 2 trip mines, I get 3, and so on and so forth. So usually people have a basic loadout of having either a knife or duster and a first aid kit. And then the other 2 could be whatever else you'd like. So you could have choke bombs. That's usually a pretty good one. You can put out fires, or you can choke up an area so that you can tell when an enemy player is coming. And if an opponent goes into your choke bomb, they actually kind of they cannot shoot straight, and basically it kind of messes with your vision a bit. Concertina is literally barbed wire, basically. Alert trip mines, it's a small firework, but if you put them up against explosive barrels or oil barrels, well, let's just say that you'll get a big boom. And in technicality, they do actually do damage, just very, very minuscule. And I do mean extremely minuscule. Heavy knife basically hits like 2.5 or 3 times harder than a normal knife. But the thing is that 1 heavy shot from the heavy knife will always basically one-shot your opponent. But 1 shot from a light knife will only would only cause heavy damage. Quad Derringer is like your last resort pistol. Maybe use it on grunts. And I say maybe because it still makes a snap of a bullet. And Spyglass is there. I'm not going to say anything else about it. Okay, let's get my loadout ready. By the way, you don't always have to max out what consumables you take with you, but they definitely are very useful in certain circumstances to have them filled up. Wax Dynamite Stick is pretty useful because you can use it in water or in choke bombs. Let's see. Regeneration shot is what I told you about. There is a difference between weak versions and normal, and there is no strong version. The weak versions and normal versions are technically the same, it's just their duration that changes. Now, if they made variations of them, like powerful stamina shot, where oh hey look, you can do actions 20% faster or something, not like ludicrous, but like definitely very helpful. That'd be great. But I'm not them. Honestly, they put a lot of hard work and love into this game. Never ever doubt that about the creators of this game. They do put in a lot of work. In fact, if I remember correctly, they're actually going to be coming out with a show sometime soon. But usually when you're going, you usually kind of want to get cheap stuff unless you have a tons of spare money. I would say you can start being a bit frivolous at about $4,000, but once you start reaching under 2,000, then you might want to start taking a moment to consider what you're going to be doing. They also have this thing that kind of goes on with blood bonds, and you can get these for free, albeit very slowly. But you can get a legendary version of certain weapons for 41 hunt dollars, if I remember correctly. Where is it? New hidden legendary weapon. Let's see. For only 48 blood bonds. Yeah, and they always change it like every 2 or so weeks. This might be one that I've already gotten before. Usually, if I remember correctly, if you clicked on the discounted, it should bring it up, but I might be misremembering it, and you'd have to maybe manually look for it. Yeah, I probably already have it since I didn't see it. If you already have it, it won't show up. Okay, well... Let's see. Yep, extracting is definitely a good way to get blood bonds. And I guess I might as well have my first pop of the day. Oop, 1 second. There we go, 1 moment. Okay, my first pop is going to be this one. It's another Whistler, and this is a grape flavor compared to Fruity Pebbles. As I said, I'm not too fond of the Fruity Pebbles. Another thing is that if you look in the bottom right, if you saw how long it was taken, it usually means that there might be fewer people in the match the longer it takes. Come on. Come on, Pop Top. There we go. Bone apple teeth. Kind of a slightly higher note. Has that purple taste like most grapes. Has a little bit of like this sour tartness, not too much. But if you're paying attention, it's definitely there. And it's doing it again. Maybe it's something that I'm... So, the thing is that in technicality, the Sparks is only the second most powerful rifle in the game. There is one that is more powerful. Wow, two of them. And that is the Nitro Express. Come on, show me your face. There we go. I probably didn't need to bring the knife with me. This thing already has a knife. So that little yellow bar at the bottom is my stamina meter. By the way, some of the larger areas on the map, like the blanched, the blanc, whatever you want to call it, the grave site, they can have up to 2 active clues per area. And let's just say that that also means that it's a higher priority for people to get to. You can also tell when someone else is either by a clue next to you, or if someone's already been to the clue before you. Alright, stuff on the ground is audio clues for people to tell where you are. There's 2 types of ammo boxes in the world. There's either specified ones, or there's just outright boxes that you get ammo from. But the ones that are just boxes only pertain to normal ammo. and so do those, but they're kind of good extras. There are special ammo, and you can only get that with weapons that have specialized ammo, or weapons that do not have bullets. And there are a few weapons that don't have bullets, like crossbows and an actual bow. But, yeah. Oop. Oh, great. Oh, I'm gonna want to set that guy on fire. Oh, you can mantle almost any flat-ish surface in the game. This is kind of where I was talking about where a fall could actually hurt you. And someone's already been here. So you see this utility? Someone's been here if it's been partially open. And if it's all the way open, that means that 2 people have used it. And this is how you can tell someone's used it. If it's a circular hole, but if it doesn't have that... By the way, if you also heard the wind, that also kind of tells you that you're nearby a flute. In this game, it's all about being quiet or killing as quickly and efficiently as possible. Sieges are not your friend in this game. I mean, they sort of can be, but it'll always be the person inside the house who's being sieged will have the largest disadvantage. Because at the end of the day, they don't get free roam. Not to mention that if they have the contract bounty, they can almost always tell where you are. Maybe not necessarily your elevation, and maybe not the exact spot you're standing. But it's close enough to tell if you've been moving around or not. And that's a gunshot. Be careful of hives because they spit those insects at you, and those cause poison damage. Which means you cannot regenerate from unless you either let it pass or have an antidote shot on hand. Which I do not. By the way, it's not a great idea to be in open fields and being slow. But sometimes not making a sound is almost as important. It's just knowing when to choose which. Well, it's either at Alain and Sons Fish or Reynard Milne Lumber. By the way, doctors can also cause poison damage, but they drop a free health kit that you don't have to use. It's an in-world health kit, which they do appear. This is a great area to be sprinting because you do not want to be caught out in the open if possible. is what poison damage looks like. It also messes with your vision, but not the same way that choke bombs do. And when you're sprinting, you also do not regenerate any of your stamina. This is what an in-game health pack looks like. And as you can see, once when partially used, it goes from all the way up to partially open. And I can tell that he is not here. There's also a certain perk that allows you to pick up clues from a distance. And it's really nice because then you don't have to be in harm's way to grab it. There's also a version of that for bringing up your allies that have been downed. Super useful, if you have allies, that is. Otherwise, you're basically just there with a perk that doesn't do anything for you. There we go. Slight detour, but all's well that ends well. Let's just hope that they don't decide to come up to me, because as a solo, I am at a huge disadvantage. Because once down, I am perma-down. And this is the box that gives you general ammo. By the way, a boss will never leave its lair, no matter what. By the way, do not there are certain bosses that you do want to set on fire, but it's not recommended for most cases. And some bosses, when they get enraged, become extremely hard to damage. Or cannot be damaged. But yeah, always become commonly resistant to damage. You can see he will not leave his base of operations. I need to be very careful when I'm out here because it is very easy for someone to come around back and just shoot me in the back. Let me grab some more ammo. Man, that's a delayed hit marker. Probably just because he may not necessarily be able to leave doesn't mean he gets hit outside sometimes. And fire is never fun to deal with. If you take fire damage, it does leave your health bar as well. Oh crap, man, I'm a... And I died. And that's permanent death for you. But yeah, let's see. Might as well go for another pot now. Ugh. I lost a hunter. Well, I might as well get Archibald. By the way, I will say, for the Birthier, a perk that you will want to get is... Where is it? There's two primary perks that you want to get with this type of weapon. Bullet Grubber recovers unfired rounds, because if you try to reload, if you've only shot once or twice, you will lose those rounds. And the thing is that if you saw on my screen earlier, you don't carry a whole lot of spare ammo on you. And something like, what was it? Greyhound is like one of the best to have in general, because longer full sprints. And that is super helpful if you're trying to run around. Now let's see. Let's see. Remain in iron sights after firing a shot while using lever action. Where was it? Pump action shotgun. Huh. I remember there was something for a rifle variant for that. Let's see. This, again, is only useful if you have a partner. So, good luck with that. By the way, depending on your character's camo can make it easier or harder to find. Like this guy is like better in the grass types. Probably better around waterish areas, but she's not a legendary hunter. Just a random person that is randomly generated. These are all random generations, but if you... one second, I need to get this loadout selected. Like, this is a really basic loadout. I mean, but it is very useful, as I said. Let's look at our second pop. Our second pop is going to be this one. This is Orange Cream. This is also one from that Blue Sun itself made. I like how the other cap was nearly impossible to get off, and this one just pops off. Definitely has that creamy flavor to it. The orange is kind of a higher note. It has instead of having like the citrus that normal oranges have, it has like the tartness of it instead. Sort of like orange zest instead of orange flavoring. Like, don't get me wrong, it tastes like oranges. I guess somewhat along the lines of like a maybe slightly blood orange-ish, if you know what a blood orange tastes like. It's a little higher. I'd give the orange cream like a 6.5 out of 10. It's not bad. I'd have to definitely look and be in the mood for it if I want one. And the grape, I'd probably give like a 7 out of 10. Let's go. And the last one is a little more interesting. Looking at least. Because supposedly it's made a certain way. That is the assassin, by the way. Weak to fire. And that is also the spider, which is also weak to fire. And when things are weak to fire, they kind of... How do I put this? It's like they take bonus damage. And on Scrapbeak, who we might be able to see this time, maybe, I'm not going to guarantee it. Scrapbeak is someone that you do not want to set on fire because he basically stole all of the resources around his area. So instead, you want to poison him. Man, this is really long to wait. Okay, it is actually not super common to have only one. Like, don't get me wrong, it can happen if there are 11 or less players in a game. And I definitely could have made it into that. But the thing is that it's also pretty common to have 2 of them if there's more than, like, 8 players in a game. So, if there's 12 players, it's pretty much guaranteed to. The Lamut, the shotgun hand game. By the way, animals in the world can alert people to approximately where you are, or at least that you pass by. Personally, the Berthier with the riposte is one of my favorite weapons because of the fact that, well, you can charge in with it and basically melee. Oh, great, dogs. Yeah, you can't really outrun them unless you get lucky with, climbing into some place that you cannot get into. Like, they cannot climb through, window, wells, and they cannot go up ladders. In fact, only players can do that. Great. They're carpentry. I should probably turn off the notes in the top right. Top floor. Well, if it turns red and you kind of hear a humming, that means that there are other players nearby. But someone that gathers a clue, if I remember correctly, cannot see it. Well, I can ascertain it's on this half of the map. Let's just hope I don't get backstabbed. Both literally and possibly metaphorically, but I kind of can't. Though I don't have a partner to do backstabbing. By the way, it's semi-frowned upon to work with others in the game, but it has to be from random encounter. If you, and let's say, a group of buddies try to get on at the same time, and then you can tell that you're on the same map, and you purposefully try to team up that way, that is actually bannable from it correctly. But if you can randomly work with people, but basically the chances of that are very, very slim. And certain bosses usually can only appear at certain areas. Well, that's not good. Just notifying every zombie in the area. Oh, it's over there. Great, I passed it. By the way, meatheads cannot see you, but the slugs can sense you if they're close enough. Okay. Well, you can usually tell the difference between a footstep of a player versus a AI, because usually AIs are not as fast. Dogs can spawn anywhere between groups of 1 to 4 at a time. Sorry, I just... It sort of sounds like someone could be nearby, but not necessarily. It sounds like it's from the site. Well, if you kill the hive, the lady, you will always kill the entirety of, well, the hives that are coming after you. But if you, but you can also attack the hives themselves. And in fact, that's one of the grenades you get, is called a hive bomb, or a hive jar or something like that. It's a jar with a hive in it that you just throw in the general area, but they do dissipate after a certain period of time. Man, there must be only like 2 other people in this map or something. By the way, there's usually only 3 ways out per, well, match. Oh wait, sound carries very, very far in this game. That guy's still a little distance away. Well, that person died. Probably looting her body. Come on. Probably doesn't have a clue as to where I am. Oh, no, now he does. Great. Of course, there's two of them. I lost a good guy. Well, might as well show off the last pop now. This last pop is this guy. This is a kind of, it's an apple pop, or a soda, or whatever you want to call it. And supposedly it's made original Mexican tradition. Let's pop her open. Ah, a hard one. Great. Well, that sure did pop off. Ugh. Here we go. How do I say? It's sort of like someone decided to carbonate apple cider. Well, I'm gonna have to basically go all free for now. About the only thing I'm gonna take with me is gonna be a knife and a med pack. Let's see. Would be good. And then just weak vitality shots. It kind of has, it's a little bit on the I don't know why, but this one's a little bit tart, sort of like the other apple one, but not. It's like maybe a quarter as tart. Very. How do I say this? Well, I mean, I guess it's an apple pop. Definitely out of apple pops I've had, I'd probably rate this like a 5.5. It's not bad at all. I think it's okay. But at the very least, the way this one is presented to me currently, I would just say that it's mediocre compared to some other apple pops I've had. By the way, this is the best fanning pistol in the game, because you can you can fan all of the 17 bullets, but it does take a while to reload. But if you see these little carts on the map, they're supply points that you can basically restock pretty much everything from. Oh, great. I don't exactly have a duster to deal with them. So those are emulators. If they get shot, they explode, and then they run at you. Well, I'm already by the first boss. Aren't you just another pride and joy there? Gonna have to go to my pistol for a bit. if you spin for hard enough, long enough, you can actually go temporary death. Like I said, this gun takes a really, really long time to reload. Well, I've used up almost all my ammo. He always does one last step switch, and I can't pick him up. Great. Might as well see if there's any ammo in the area. Ammo! Usually there's at least 2 ammo crates, but I guess sometimes you can be stingy. Oh, there is that one. Yeah, I'm still gonna have to turn off those notes real quickly, actually. Huh. Well, I guess I'm gonna have to risk it for the biscuit. Ah! Guy's here! Two sets of people, great. Call me Scrooge McDuck because everyone's after me bounty. And that's close, and that's really close. both groups of players might be here. Kind of 120-ish. Of course. The guy that's been waiting there forever is instantly gunned down by a random guy that just popped in. I will say, I am not that good. But you can also recruit legendary hunters, which are basically ones from DLCs or ones that you got with Blood Bonds. One of my personal two favorites are the Turncoat and the Prodigal Daughter. But I'm not getting them right now. I need Frey. Oh, great! Sparks pistols. Ugh. I'd love to get them, but I don't have the money. Oh well. I almost want to reshuffle right now. Oh, Bill. Time to... Yeesh. That's a really long wait time. Okay, well, finally got one. Depending on how quickly I die, this might be my last one. By the way, I forgot to mention this before, but the orange cream almost has like this sickly sweetness to it. It's not that it is sickly sweet, at least not that I could tell, but it definitely has like that taste that it could be on the sickly sweet side. Ugh. Well, that's a go. Running into danger, or left, right, and center. One second. By the way, advantage of pairs, you get more shots. Disadvantage of pairs, you are less accurate. By the way, pairs you can actually also fire faster. That guy do the thing. Maybe he's sitting on nothing. Well, that was some rubber banding. Right there, okay. Oh yes, as you can tell, this is where I died last time. By the way, the thing about this game is also at different times of day. There's He shot me through the thing. I wait so long to get into the game, and I'm instantly out of it before I even leave the first area. Tragic. But Springfield is not as good as Sparks. By the way, the tier that the person you get at is also affects kind of generally what their looks are like. Like if you buy pre-tier 3 hunter, as you noticed how he kind of already had a ghillie suit. Versus a tier 1 hunter, which sticks out like a sore thumb on a guy that only has one hand and no fingers except for thumbs. In an environment that's all kind of like green and brown and, well, brown, and you're just this black and white closed guy, you kind of easily seen. So yeah, one of the things you want to do is to not stick around in one area. Always try to be moving. You don't necessarily always have to do it loudly, but you also don't always have to do it while crouch walking. That's up to you, I guess, but if you decide to be a crab man, then you're going to be put into boiling water real quick. But Springfield is worse in almost every way to the Sparks. The Sparks is pretty cheap, actually. I mean, it's only like $114 hunt dollars. And this was what I was talking about for the night map, but also the fact it has this giant freaking thing in the way of your face. Oh, that's nice. Get something like as a free perk, I guess it's okay, but as like a long-term perk, it's, as I said, kind of specific usage. Oh great, I forgot I had the machete. Well, but it's either at Lawson or Ma. Oh, let's see. This is very graphic. Looking at horse guts ain't pretty. By the way, since I only have a one-shot weapon, I'm pretty screwed if I get into a fight with another player. By the way, if you have a legit melee weapon versus like a throwing knife or something, you don't necessarily have to do a heavy hit to take something out. But never ever melee an emulator unless it's with a duster or with a blunt weapon, because they explode if they're pierced in any way, shape, or form. And I literally mean any way, shape, or form. Oh, it's literally in here. That's just a general. Well, it's only at Ma. So yeah, unless I dome whatever guy I'm up against, I pretty much am out of luck when it comes to a fight. By the way, a light hit with a bladed weapon will usually cause bleeding, but a heavy hit will basically just do massive damage. I should probably say more accurately, a light hit on the head with a bladed weapon. Well, this is gonna be fun. I don't think I can even take him out. Yeah, no, there's gonna be up here. I'm gonna go into the watchtower. I thought there was a way up. Pretty sure there is. That might just be dumb. Yeah, there is. Outhouse, got it. That was a weird visual glitch. But in watchtowers, I always want to be careful because even though you could see from 360 degrees basically, it's pretty easy for you to be seen and shot at too. Not to mention there's literally only one way out, and that's down. which means that the watchtower is one of the few areas that you actually want that kite falling or whatever it's called. It's been a while since I've heard any shots. Haven't heard shots in a while. It's just me and one other guy. I'm pretty sure I'm screwed. Of course, I start hearing gunshots after I enter again. That sounds like it's getting kind of close. Let's see if I can convince these guys to do the job for me. Okay, no one's been in here yet. Someone's nearby. Jeez. I'm just hoping no one notices that I'm up here. Whoever is over here too, they have the exact same thought as me of let someone else do the work. Scrap Peak is one of the few that his pain sounds and his ambient sounds are pretty much identical. Similar damage, they're not doing silent damage to him. Yeah, I was just looking up through that window and I could not tell if that was just player standing still or not. Yeah, I find it funny that this door is barred but not the windows. It's like, how do I explain this? It's like you lock your door to, you lock a paper door. It's not super helpful if there's 100 other ways that they can get in. For a second there, I thought I could hear someone else. Someone else's footsteps. Crap. That's the exact opposite of what I wanted. I do not want him on fire. Because any stuff he drops would be useless. And considering he has all the drops in the area, that would mean that all of a sudden, that can make all the drops useless. Okay, good, he didn't take that much damage. Bleed damage is a thing. It's like negative regeneration. fact that no one picked up the bounty means one of two things. Either I'm the last guy in the server, or the other guy is super freaking patient. Oh, when he gets in range, he drops Constantina. Either I die or he dies. Oh, great. He's... Come on, go away, poison. Dude, how rude. What's that? He hasn't dropped any ammo. He's almost done for. If I don't outrun this, I'll die. I died. Great. Well, that's it for the night. I'm done. That was... yeah. Well, this is this is that one generic guy. Grinder 840 signing off.